Alright, we're going to do this pendulum worksheet. So the way it's going to work is I will give you an opportunity to do the problem. You'll record your answer, and then after that you will see me do the problem so you can see whether you were right or wrong. Alright, but before we begin, we need to do these. Make sure we have all the equations and make sure we understand everything. Right, so this first equation here, that's the period is the inverse of frequency, right? And then this is just the opposite of that. This is frequency is the inverse of period. And then this is to find the period of a pendulum, right? And down below, I wrote what everything is, right? So you got period is capital T, right? Which you see in multiple locations, right? And the units of measurement for period are the second. Right, frequency, right, lowercase script f, the units are hertz, right, 2 locations. All right, length of the pendulum, capital L, the units are meters, right, there's where the L is, and then G is the acceleration of gravity, units meters per second. All right. If we're on Earth and I'm not actually asking you to find the acceleration of gravity, right, well, so we'll use G as 10 meters per second squared, if that's the case. All right, let's get started. First problem. Oops. Danielle is pushing her twin Daniel on a swing that hangs from a tree branch on 2 meter long ropes. What is the period of this swing? All right, your job is to give it a try. Okay, my turn now. All right, so here's what we know. We're looking for period, and we know that the length of the rope is 2 meters. So since we have a length, right, we need to use the equation that T equals 2 pi square root of L over G. All right, since we're looking for period, we do not have to rearrange it. So that's 2 pi times the square root of 2 meters. And for G, we're going to use 10. Right. We plug these numbers in our calculator, right, which may be the hardest part. And we'll get 2.8, right, 2 sig figs. Right, and then we need units, right? So since we're doing period, the units are seconds. All right. Final answer. All right, let's try another one. All right, so same problem. All right. Danielle is pushing Daniel on the swing, except this time we want to find the frequency. All right. Your turn first. You may need to use your answer from the previous problem. Okay, my turn. Right. So again, we know from the previous problem that the period was 2.8 seconds, and we want to find frequency. All right, well, we know that frequency is the inverse of period. So 1 over 2.8. Plug that in our calculator. We get 0.36. And because we have frequency, we need to use the units hertz. All right, so final answer. Let's try another one. Meredith is working as a maid for the Vanderbilts. They're the railroad people from the early days of Industrial Revolution. She's standing on a dining room table dusting a chandelier. While she's reaching up, she slips and grabs hold of the chandelier to get her balance. When she releases the chandelier, it begins to swing with a period of 1.6 seconds. How long is the cable connecting the chandelier to the ceiling? All right. Your turn to go first. Give it a try. Okay, my turn. Okay, here's what we know. We're looking for L, and I have the period of 1.6 seconds. Alright, so we need the formula that has period and length in it. Okay, so we need to isolate length. Alright, so the first step in doing this is to take both sides and square everything so we can get rid of the square root sign. Right, so when we do that, we get t squared. Alright, 2 squared is 4. Pi squared is pi squared. When you square root the whole L over G, you just get L, all that over G. Right, again, we need to isolate L. So let's take, so what we're going to do is we want to use that information. So we're going to multiply by the opposite of that. Right, so on this side of the equation, I'm going to multiply by G over 4 pi squared. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side of the equation, G over 4 pi squared. Right? So when we do that, on this side of the equation, right, we get rid of all that and we're just left with L. Right. On the other side of the equation, this t squared just goes up top next to the G. So our final equation is L equals t squared times G over 4 pi squared. All right, we can plug in our numbers. Our period is 1.6, and make sure you square it. That's where people make mistakes. Right, for us, G is going to be 10. And then on the bottom, 4 pi squared. Right, so what you need to do, though, is make sure you're using a lot of parentheses, right? So you want to do the whole top, right, and then do the bottom. Now, the other thing is make sure is you're only squaring the pi, not the 4. All right, so multiply the top out and then divide it by the bottom. All right, so we plug this in our calculator, and we will get, looks like 2 sig figs, 0.65 meters. So that's 65 centimeters. Almost 2 feet. Okay, take a second to look this over. Pause the video if you need to. Let's go to the next one. So a wrecking ball is used to demolish a building's swings from a 10-meter long cable, what is the period of the wrecking ball as it swings? Alright, so we know that you're going to give this a try before I do. My turn. Alright, we know the length is 10 meters, and period is what we're looking for. Right, so we need the formula that has both period and length. Right, so t equals 2 pi times the square root of L over G. This time we're looking for period, so we don't have to rearrange. We can just plug in our numbers. So 2 times pi times the length is 10, and then for us again, G, we're using 10. Alright, so we'll plug this in our calculator. Alright, 10 divided by 10 is 1, right? Take the square root of that, multiply by 2 pi, and you get 6.3 seconds. Alright, final answer. Take a second to pause if you need to. Okay, let's go on to the next one. You want to estimate the height of a cathedral ceiling. You note that a pendulum extending from the ceiling almost touches the floor and that its period is 12 seconds. How tall is the room? Alright, your turn first, and just think about what tall means before you get started, what you're looking for. Okay, my turn. Alright, so I have period, 12 seconds, right, and we're looking for tall, right? So really we're just looking for the length of the pendulum. It's pretty cool that you can use a pendulum to figure out how tall things are. Maybe one day you'll need that in real life. Alright, so we need the formula that has length and period in it. Alright, we got to rearrange it for length, so you can either go back to your previous video, previous problem, and use that formula, but I'll walk through it again. Alright, so we want to square everything on both sides. T squared. 2 squared is 4. Pi squared is pi squared. Alright, square root of L over G gives us L over G. Alright, trying to isolate L again. So let's multiply by the inverse of all the other stuff. Do that on both sides. Alright, and we are left with L equals T squared times G over 4 pi squared. Alright, plug in our numbers. So we got our period is 12. Make sure we square it. For G, we're using 10. Alright, on the bottom, 4 pi squared. And again, use a lot of parentheses, multiply the top out, and then multiply the bottom out, divide the top by the bottom. Plug that in our calculator, and we will get 36 meters. And that is our final answer. Alright, that's it. No more problems.